Hello and welcome back to Astro Colony. We are in Universe 2 right now. We traveled through the black hole last episode, and we're going to start some new projects today. The first thing we're going to do is take a look at the tech tree. Then we're going to go after these critters. That sounds kind of fun. So we'll do creatures capture, ranching, and creatures breeding. So that's going to require a whole bunch of science. 400 biology science there, 300, 200. So that's like 900 biology science plus a whole bunch of other ones. Space science there. We got some high-tech science and some, what is this one? Space science. So we're going to need a whole bunch of science going on. So we're going to load up our research tree with a whole bunch of supplies here to get the research going. And we are going to, while that's processing, that's going to take some time to process. So while that's processing, I am going to come through here and take apart this area and redo it. We're just going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm not going to make it super huge because I don't know that my computer could keep up with it anyway. So we probably can't harvest materials fast enough to get a huge factory going anyway. So we're going to just increase this by 1 or 2. We're going to increase this by 1 or 2. This one here, the wires are going to be increased quite a bit. This is only making 2. I think we're going to put 5 or 6 down of these. And we're going to try to do, extra electronic parts. I think we're going to need 5 or 6 electronic part factories. We're going to need, this is making, I think, motherboards and then computers. So we're going to try to do 2 of each of these, 2 computers, probably just 2 motherboards. And then this will be 5 or 6 to keep up with the rest of this. Because right now we're not making this we're making 1 of these every, it's not even being supplied, fast enough. It's not good. So this is going to take a while, and it's also going to take a while to do the science. So I'm just going to do this off camera and come back when it's done. So, okay, this area is updated. We got 4 smelters each. I don't think the belts can actually keep up with 4 smelters, but at least it never backs up. So it just lets material onto this belt here if we are below, I think I have it set to 2,000 of each bars. So that's the smelters there, and then I just put some plate makers here, 3 of each. Kind of arbitrary number, but it seems to be plenty. It's not. And then these are the wire makers. I have 4 copper wire makers because we need lots of parts for those right now, and 3 of the other ones, 3 iron, 3 gold over there. And this is the electronic parts factory. We have 6 of them now, and it's still kind of slow going. And what I've done here is I used to have logic on each one of these to check how much inventory was in there, and then only let stuff in if there was, if there was less than 3 wire in there, let more wire in. I just changed these to all the timers now, so that like this one needs 3 every 12, so 1 every 4 seconds. So this push timer here is set to 4 seconds, so it just pushes 1 in every 4 seconds. And I just have logic on this pusher right here. So if we need parts, I have this pusher turned on. If there's already enough parts in that inventory box down there, it turns this pusher off, and that way the timer pushers don't matter because there'll be nothing on the belt. So this kind of simplifies it, a little bit easier to do. And then I just have 2 motherboard makers, 2 computer makers, and 2 electronic panel makers. So that should be good enough for now. It should keep up with what we need. I don't think we can harvest materials fast enough to be able to manufacture faster anyway. And we have a couple issues to take care of. First one we can talk about is the tech tree. The tech tree, we need biology science. Biology science we need 900 biology science, and it takes 28 seconds to make 1. So that's 450 minutes to make 900. So that is quite a long time. We need to see if we put another lab down. If we hire another scientist, will this go twice as fast? Or can I hire another scientist to make this go twice as fast? I don't know if we have enough food for that. Let's check our food supply. This was at like 600 before. We're at 1,000, so we seem to have enough food right now. So I'm debating about hiring another, I can't remember what goes in there. I think it's a scientist. And then we can see if we put a second lab down, if it'll speed up the process. So we'll investigate that in a minute. The other one I'm going to do is we got to go through these asteroids we have connected and just basically get new asteroids, because one, we're really low on carbon. Let's hit inventory here. Carbon's in the top left here. We only have 12,000. I like to keep 50,000 of each in here. We're a little low on gold, but we still have plenty of gold, but carbon's a little bit low because we've been using it for carbon fiber. And then this asteroid over here, I think we're going to get rid of it altogether because, I mean, it's not producing fast enough to make it worth having. And these miners are going everywhere. Like, they go all the way over there, they're going all the way up to the side hill. So this isn't a very friendly mining situation. It does have plenty of material on it. You can check it here. It has 40,000 gold on it, but it'll take us forever to get that gold. You can hit the scanner button here and see, but it's probably spread out. So we have to move our miners, like a big chunk of them over there. A big chunk of them over there. But this asteroid is just absolutely huge, and it's not very friendly for mining. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to cut our losses here and just delete all this stuff and find a new asteroid that just has the materials we need on it. So let's cut the power here. That'll force all my miners back, and then once they get back, we'll delete all this stuff and disconnect and find a new asteroid. Like, we need to find one that has carbon on it for sure. And we could probably use some more uranium, some more aluminum. So we'll look at the map here in a second. The thing we gotta do is we gotta produce oxygen faster, because this is not producing oxygen fast enough. We only have 464 oxygen in here, and it needs 8 per thing, so that's only enough for, what, I don't know, 60, not even. And these are just taking forever to produce. So I'm going to expand this platform out. Let's just do it now. Let's just expand this platform out. And I think we'll put an extra 2 oxygen makers on here. Okay, so this island over here is, I think, collecting gold. Let's check the map real quick. This is Nordis Prime. We have 10,000 gold left here, so we'll leave this one go. Let them collect the gold. This one over here is collecting copper and uranium. We're almost out of uranium, but we have plenty of copper here, so we could probably leave this one as well. We got to make some extra miners where these 3 on the end do not have miners on them, so we got to make some more miners for that. And that other one over there where we've disconnected. So let's take a look at our resources real quick. Let's find one with carbon, since we're low on carbon. Let's make that the top priority. And let's find one with aluminum. Check the map here. We have all these nearby. This has a little bit of aluminum. That one has 26,000 carbon. So maybe we'll mark that one. This one has 8,000 carbon. This has 6,000 carbon. It's a small one. I like the small ones because they're easier to mine. So we might jump over to that one. And this one is another small one. It has a little bit of aluminum on it that we could grab. This one has 12,000 carbon. It's medium. We got 36, but it's a large. I don't like the large ones. We could check the large and see if there's one large deposit on there. Maybe it makes it worth our while. But let's just go in the order I marked, and let's hit the small ones first, actually. So let's go over to Centenia mortifera over there. So let's set our autopilot to that. Gosh, there's too many on here. I can't see what's what. There we go. So that should take us up there. We should probably disconnect this one first. Let's pause this. Let's go ahead and delete all this stuff in here. Let's make sure the bots are back. So this is going to be sad, but Delete all that. Then I'll delete all these wires in the floor, and then we'll move to the other one. Alright, that is most of it deleted. Let's go over to the other one. Let's go ahead and disconnect this. See you later. Thanks for all your stuff. Alright, here it is. It's kind of a crazy looking one. We can bring out the scanner. See where the stuff is located. Looks like we have a huge deposit right here, 5,000. That's going to be pretty awesome to get to. We have another 1,000 carbon ore over there. And we have a gold one right here. So this will be a good one we can mine. This won't take long. We can mine it real quick and be out of here. Let's go ahead and set up a dock. So let's get some miners set up on here real quick. The other thing we got to do is we got to upgrade this. This is all making carbon fiber, so this belt's not getting any carbon down to the iron rod maker. So we're not making any iron rods, so we can probably just upgrade this to here at least. Might as well upgrade the whole thing. Looks like it's still not fast enough. Let's go ahead and upgrade these. See if that gets it fast enough to shut this off. Yeah, it does. But it's not letting him past here. Why is it not letting him past here? Alright, so the reason this pusher is holding it all back is because this one is set to turn it on if we have enough carbon fiber in there, which we do not. So for now it's just sending all the carbon over here until the carbon fiber catches up. So not an ideal situation. We'll probably address that later. But for now I'll just put some manual coal in here and that'll get some iron rods going, which we should have by now. We have 133, so let's grab those. Now we can make some miners and get some miners set up over here. There we go. That should make somewhat quick work of that. Got the carbon being mined right here. I just tapped into this gold since it was sitting right here. We might as well grab it. So I'll have plenty of gold. This will get us over the hump for carbon, at least to hold us over for a little bit. Next up we'll move over to, I guess we'll grab the aluminum and the uranium from here maybe. This is another small one. There's plenty of copper too, so maybe we'll grab that. Check and see how our oxygen makers are doing. We need some oxygen to make that biology science. We don't want that to stop running. About 300 here. 300 here. And 300 here. And I left one over by the oxygen dispenser for our this guy here. So actually I guess I can move this one. This one's probably close enough, but whatever. That one only has 200 in it, but we can throw all that in the thing, and we got to work on getting another scientist in here. Alright, here we are. I think I'm just going to gnaw this little nub off here and then connect up to the thing and harvest the materials. We can hit the scanner up real quick, see what's here. Most of it's on the back half of the island here, so it'll be good. We'll just set up a mining setup right over here somewhere. We got some uranium there. Got a whole bunch of copper right here. 15,000 copper. We'll just set it up right next to that. That'll be great. We don't even need copper, but we might as well get it since we're here. And here is the aluminum right below it. So we'll grab this real quick and be on our way. I need the dirt anyway. Alright, so looking at the research lab here, we have a scientist here. One scientist needed 3 of 3. So I guess that means we could have 3 scientists in here. So I don't know, let's hire another scientist and see what happens. I wish I could retrain this guy because he's just kind of freeloading right now. He's just sitting there doing nothing, staring at the asteroid being processed. But I guess eventually we'll need him again, so we'll just leave him be. Let's train up another specialist, a scientist. And for that we have to go down here. We're going to throw a dock down here and call in another scientist. Hopefully he'll find his way down there. I think he will. Stick that there. I don't know if we needed power to get out and see. Looks like we can call him without powering it. Alright, here's our new astronaut. Welcome on board. Hopefully you like bread, because that's all we have right now. Looks like he's going to find his way down there, so they will get trained up and put him to work. And we'll see if it goes any faster. He is training up. He'll be done soon, and he will come over hopefully to this lab. I guess we can fit more than one guy in there. Hopefully it speeds up the process. I timed it. Right now it is taking 28 seconds to make it, so I don't know if they'll make it twice as fast or what's going to happen there, but hopefully it does, because it is painfully slow right now. Alright, so we got 2 guys in there working now. Let's see if it goes any faster. Definitely looks like it is. I will time it to make sure, but it definitely looks like it's going faster. 14 seconds, so yeah, I definitely cut the time in half, so it's what we needed. That'll speed up biology science. We'll be making 4 every minute now instead of 2 every minute, so that should speed it along. We have 768, we need 900, so we still need 140 more-ish. Alright, while we're waiting on this science, let's grab the tech tree and see what we can get. Let's grab creatures capturing. We need to grab advanced metallurgy. And then we can grab ranching. We do not have enough for this. This needs 400, so we're 100 biology short right now. But we can actually buy, we might go after this advanced mining while we're at it. Doesn't look that expensive. Let's go ahead and grab it. Let's grab advanced materials and advanced mining. So this gives us graphene and a stone block recipe, and this gives us advanced miner, which I'm assuming will let us harvest mercury. The reason I was doing that is because we are on this island right here. We can actually do a couple things. If we check out the map, it looks like it has mercury on it, so we need to get that off there while we're here. And it also has these guys. So I don't know how we capture them. Creature capture. So there he is there. Let's grab him too. So now we have 2 creatures. We don't have anywhere place for them to live yet, but at least we have them, so when we need them, we have them. It looks like this asteroid is done. We can just grab the loot. We have 100 dirt, 9,000 titanium, a little bit of water, some quartz, and 12,700 gold. As well as we have some stuff back here. Looks like they're still mining actually. It's still emptying out. This one still has stuff. Not much. Let's see what's in here. This is 11,000 copper, that's nice. Some dirt. We got some iron, 13,000 iron, and 8,000 gold. So we got 20,000 gold off of that, 13,000 iron. So it's quite a nice haul. Now we can just delete all this stuff and move on. In order to make the stuff for the animals, we need to make aluminum plates. That should be relatively easy. This is aluminum bars up here, so we can just grab these and put them down here. See what the recipe is. It's just 1 bar every 40 seconds, so that's pretty slow. So let's put a whole bunch of these. Let's put in like 3 or 4 of them. But there we go. Eventually we'll actually double this up because these are pretty slow. 40 seconds isn't very fast, so we'll probably do 8 of them. But that's going to get us what we need for now. Let's go down to here and start the animals. So I think we need a barn. This needs water. Put a barn there. Looks like we got an in and out. Okay, so it looks like this thing needs grain. Right here, grain. So we're going to put in a separate farm for grain, just so it has its own supply. We'll put that over here, I think. And we'll belt it over to here. Come down here, we will go over this. And put it in there. Then we gotta hook up a water line. Really run this like the wires and run it underground, but oh well. Then we have to do a breeder for this. I don't know what a breeder requires. Let's go take a quick look. Breeder is just aluminum plates and some hydrogen, so we can make a breeder and a farmer and see what happens. So we are up and running. We have the farm here making grain. It is supplying this. We'll have to see if it keeps up. We have 10 grain in here right now, so it looks like it's doing okay. We have 2 meat. Okay, so this looks like it takes 2 breeders. You can see right here it has 2 breeders in here. It requires 2 to operate. It operates at half speed with 1, I think. So this is the animals here. They take up a 4x4 cube. So 1, 2, these take up 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. So in your pasture you need to set them up in sets of 4. So I could fit 1 more set in here. And then they basically stay in here till they grow. They get a little bit bigger. Once they get bigger, they get harvested and turned into meat. So he's feeding them right now. You can see they kind of get bigger as they go. Export belt right here. It goes up over the water. Does take a while to raise them. And it comes over here to the kitchen where they're going to cook the meat. In fact, we're going to add that recipe to it. Roasted meat. Takes 20 seconds. Alright, so here's our critter farm. They get fed in stages, and then once they reach full grown, they're harvested for their meat. We are feeding them grain from this farm right here. It comes into here. We have this set to save up to 10 of them. Once it hits 10 of them, I think it'll produce meat a little faster. And the meat just gets shipped out. So that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.